Hi, this is Homiletics Week 2. I'm Linda Burdett, and I've been invited to share with you a scripture. The scripture we'll be looking at today is from Matthew chapter 5. We'll be looking at 38 to 42 in the New International Version. And this scripture reads, "You have heard that it was said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Give to the one who asks you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you." What a powerful scripture. I would like to share with you what that means to me. As a student of culture, I find that I've heard this perhaps a little bit differently than some of the other people have. And that's really what I want to share with you. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. It's vengeance. You did this to me, therefore I have the right to do it to you. And if we're living in a society that's all based on revenge, doing to you what you did to me, doing to them what they did to us, we're not progressing, we're not moving forward. I'd like to hypothesize that the same thing is true if, when you do something that harms me, that hurts me, I let you do it again. I just turn the other cheek and say, oh, here, hit me here, do this here. So let's do a little experiment if you don't mind. So here I present to you my right cheek. Here it is. So if you damage it, according to the scripture that we've just read, I'm to turn the other cheek. Here's the other one. But what else just happened? When I did that, right cheek, left cheek, I also turned my eye. When I turn my cheek from one side to the other side, what I'm actually doing is shifting the eye that I'm seeing with. I'm changing the way that I'm looking at it. Instead of saying, okay, hit me more, I'm saying, wait a minute, why did you do that? Have I harmed you? Have I caused some kind of problem to you that you feel like you need to hurt me? And if I start to look at it through a different eye, then I start to see it differently. And I believe that carries on through this scripture. It goes on to say, if anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. What that could mean, what that means to me, is that if they are so desperate, they need the shirt off your back, maybe you need to look at that desperation. Maybe you need to see it and recognize there is other help you can give as well. If they're so desperate for a shirt that they would take you to court and sue you for it, maybe there are other things you can give, other ways that you can help that person in their life. I don't believe for a second Jesus is telling us we need to lay down and just be the welcome mat that everyone can walk over. I absolutely believe, I know in my heart, that this scripture tells us to pay attention, to be perceptive, to look through the other person's eyes and find a new level of understanding. I know that as we find that understanding, we find the world that we are here to create. Thank you so much. My name is Linda Burdett, and that's my view of this scripture.